A man who lives without a girlfriend is not incomplete. He is uninterrupted. He is not lonely, he is listening. He is not rejected, he is reserved. The world has lied to men, telling them that value comes from being chosen, that worth is proven by attention, that masculinity is measured by how many hearts beat faster because of you. But a man who lives without a girlfriend has stepped out of that noise and into a deeper silence, where identity is forged, not borrowed. And a man without a girlfriend has learned how to sit with himself without applause. He wakes up to his own thoughts, not someone else's expectations. He eats with purpose, not performance. He walks alone, but not empty. Because loneliness is not the absence of people, it is the absence of purpose. And purpose does not come from romance. Purpose comes from assignment. And every man is born with an assignment before he is ever given a companion. And when a man lives without a girlfriend, he confronts himself. He meets his fears without distraction. He faces his weaknesses without using affection as anesthesia. Many men hide inside relationships because they are afraid to be alone with their own inadequacy. But this man has chosen exposure. He has chosen to grow where there is no applause, to heal where there is no witness, to build where there is no validation. And a man without a girlfriend learns discipline. His time is not demanded, it is directed. His energy is not drained by emotional chaos, it is invested in vision. He learns that love is Po. Willful but unmanaged love can become a thief of destiny. He understands that attraction is easy, but alignment is rare. So he does not rush to be held, he rushes to be whole. And there is a quiet pain in this path. Nights where silence is loud. Moments where the heart desires warmth. Times when the world mocks him and says something must be wrong with you. But pain does not mean error. Pain often means process. The seed breaks before the tree rises. The man breaks before the leader emerges. And a man who lives without a girlfriend discovers something dangerous. He does not need permission to exist. He does not need constant reassurance to feel alive. He becomes emotionally independent, not cold, but anchored. He stops begging for love and starts becoming love in principle, in integrity, in character. And this man understands that relationships do not define him, they reveal him. And he refuses to enter a relationship that will expose him as unfinished. He knows that love does not fix broken men, it only magnifies what is already there. So he chooses to repair the foundation before inviting someone into the house. And he learns to say no to temporary pleasure because he is committed to permanent purpose. He understands that every wrong attachment delays destiny. Every emotional compromise costs time. Every distraction steals focus. So he guards his heart not because he fears love, but because he respects it too much to waste it. And a man without a girlfriend becomes dangerous to mediocrity. He sharpens his mind. He strengthens his spirit. He develops skills instead of excuse. He turns rejection into redirection. He turns solitude into strategy. While others are chasing affection, he is chasing alignment. While others are proving themselves to people, he is proving himself to purpose. And this man knows that one day, when he chooses to love, he will not come empty. He will not come desperate. He will not come broken, begging someone else to complete him. He will come whole, offering partnership, not dependency, covering, not consuming, leading, not leaning. And the world celebrates men who are desired, but history is shaped by men who are disciplined, men who could sit alone without losing themselves, men who did not trade destiny for dopamine, men who waited not because they were weak, but because they were wise. And a man who lives without a girlfriend is in training for leadership, training for responsibility, training for a future where love will not distract him from purpose, but walk beside it. He is learning how to lead himself so that one day he can lead a family, a vision, a generation. And this path is not popular. It is misunderstood. It is often mocked. But greatness has never been born from convenience. It is born from sacrifice. And the sacrifice of loneliness today produces legacy tomorrow. And so if you are that man walking alone, feeling unseen, unheard, untouched, know this: you are not behind. You are not missing out. You are being prepared. Every quiet night is building strength. Every unanswered message is building restraint. Every tear you wipe in private is building authority. And because when the time comes, you will not be looking for someone to save you. You will be looking for someone to walk with you. And until then, you walk alone. Not because you have no options, but because you have standards. Not because you fear love, but because you respect destiny. And not because you fear love, but because you respect destiny. And destiny is never casual with a man who understands restraint. Restraint is not weakness. It is power under control. It is the ability to feel desire and not be ruled by it. It is the courage to say not now when everything inside you says take it. This man understands that timing is everything. A seed planted too early dies. A harvest rushed is ruined. So he waits, not idle, but intentional. And a man who lives without a girlfriend learns the difference between attention and affirmation. Attention is loud and empty. Affirmation is quiet and deep. Attention excites the ego. Affirmation strengthens the soul. He stops chasing eyes and starts listening to his inner voice. He realizes that applause can be addictive and dangerous because it can keep you performing instead of becoming. So he steps away from the stage and into the workshop where real men are built. And in stage is season. He learns how to govern his emotions. He feels attraction, but does not surrender to it. He feels desire, but does not let it dictate direction. He understands that emotions are excellent servants, but terrible masters. Many men are emotionally gifted, but mentally undisciplined. This man reverses that order. He allows vision to lead and emotion to follow. He trains his heart to obey purpose. And there is a sacred fire that burns in a man who walks this path. It is not the fire of lust, but the fire of longing for meaning. It keeps him awake at night, not because he is missing someone, but because he is becoming someone. He asks himself hard questions. Who am I when no one is watching? What do I believe when no one is affirming me? What will remain of me when beauty fades and the plow stops? And a man without a girlfriend confronts his identity without mirrors. He does not measure himself by how desired he is, but by how disciplined he has become. He measures progress by growth, not by attention. He becomes self-aware, not self-absorbed. He studies himself, corrects himself, challenges himself. He understands that leadership begins with self-mastery, and this season strips illusions. It removes fantasy. It exposes the difference between love and infatuation. Love requires responsibility. Infatuation demands escape. Many men chase relationships to escape themselves. This man stays to face himself. He allows solitude to reveal his motives, his wounds, his insecurities. He does not run from them. He heals them. And healing is slow and quiet. It does not announce itself. It does not trend, but it changes everything. This man learns to forgive the past. He releases the versions of himself that were broken, immature, reactive. He takes responsibility without drowning in guilt. He grows without self-hatred. He learns that maturity is not perfection. It is awareness with accountability. And there are days when temptation knocks loudly, when companionship looks easier than character, when pleasure looks closer than purpose. In those moments, this man remembers that shortcuts cost more than journeys. He remembers that everything cheap expires quickly. He remembers that what comes too easily leaves too suddenly. So he chooses the long road, the narrow road, the road that demands patience. And a man who lives without a girlfriend begins to respect women more, not because he no longer sees them as medicine for loneliness or trophies for validation. He sees them as purpose-driven beings, not emotional solutions. He understands that love is not consumption, it is contribution. And you cannot contribute what you do not yet possess. So he builds capacity before commitment. And he learns how to be content without becoming complacent. Contentment does not mean you stop desiring. It means you stop being desperate. It means you are full enough not to grab, not to rush, not to settle. This fullness comes from alignment. When a man is aligned with his purpose, he does not panic over timing. He trusts process, and process teaches endurance. Endurance builds character. Character sustains destiny. This man begins to see life differently. He stops asking what, and will it happen, and starts asking, who must I become? He realizes that the future does not respond to wishes, it responds to preparation. So he prepares in silence, and there is a weight that comes with this path, a weight of responsibility, a weight of self-expectation, a weight of vision. But this weight is not crushing, it is shaping. It strengthens the shoulders, it straightens the spine, it teaches him how to carry himself with dignity. He becomes grounded, stable, unshakable. And a man without a girlfriend learns to love deeply without attaching prematurely. He develops emotional intelligence. He learns how to communicate honestly, how to listen fully, how to empathize without losing himself. He becomes emotionally available but not emotionally needy. This balance is rare and powerful. And while others are chasing moments, he is building momentum. While others are living for weekends, he is living for legacy. He understands that what he is building now will one day support more than just him. It will support a future, a family, a vision larger than his own comfort. And he learns that masculinity is not proven by conquest, but by consistency. Not by how many hearts he touches, but by how faithfully he guards his own. He understands that real strength is the ability to wait without bitterness, to grow without resentment, to hope without desperation. And there are moments when doubt whispers, am I missing out? Am I falling behind? Is everyone else moving forward while I stand still? In those moments, he reminds himself that movement without direction is not progress. He remembers that preparation often looks like delay to those who do not understand purpose. And a man who lives without a girlfriend is not racing against others. He is running his own course. He understands that comparison is a thief of clarity. So he focuses on becoming, not competing. He invests in his mind, his discipline, his values. He builds internal wealth that cannot be taken by action or time. And he becomes comfortable being misunderstood, because visionaries always are. He accepts that not everyone will understand why he waits, why he guards his heart, why he refuses easy comfort. He is not trying to explain himself to everyone. He is answering to purpose. And this season is not punishment. It is privilege. The privilege of becoming before belonging. The privilege of clarity before commitment. The privilege of strength before responsibility. And he knows that when the moment comes, when alignment meets timing, he will not enter love confused or afraid. He will enter it stable, secure, and intentional. And until then, he remains steady, growing quietly, becoming deeply, carrying hope without rushing it, guarding his heart without closing it, walking alone without feeling abandoned, because he understands something most never do, that solitude, when embraced with purpose, does not empty a man. It equips him, and it equips him. It sharpens his discernment and refines his patience. In this season, he begins to see what others miss. He notices patterns, intentions, subtleties of character. He understands that attraction can lie, but consistency never does. He learns to read silence, to observe behavior, to value actions over words. This makes him dangerous to manipulation and immune to emotional traps. And a man walking this path stops romanticizing struggle and starts respecting structure. He builds routines, he honors time, he understands that freedom without discipline becomes chaos. But discipline creates freedom. He wakes up with intention, not impulse. He moves with clarity, not confusion. His days are not filled with noise, but with progress. And he learns to sit with unanswered questions without panicking. He learns that uncertainty is not an enemy, it is an invitation to trust growth. He stops forcing life to make sense immediately. He understands that understanding often comes after obedience, not before. So he keeps moving forward, even when the picture is incomplete. And this man develops a quiet confidence, not arrogance, not pride. Confidence rooted in self-knowledge. He knows what he stands for. He knows what he will not compromise. He knows what he is becoming. And because of this, he does not chase approval. He attracts respect. And there is a deep emotional maturity forming within him. He allows himself to feel sadness without drowning in it. He allows himself to desire connection without making it an idol. He learns to grieve what did not happen and still believe in what will. He does not suppress emotion, he processes it. He does not deny pain, he transforms it. And in moments of weakness, he does not run toward distraction, he runs toward reflection. He asks himself why this hurts, what this is teaching. Ere he must grow. He becomes his own accountability partner. He stops blaming circumstances and starts refining character. And a man without a girlfriend becomes selective with his environment. He distances himself from voices that trivialize discipline and mock patience. He understands that not everyone deserves access to his process. Some people only want to benefit from the finished product without respecting the formation. So he guards his circle, and he learns the power of saying no. No to late-night compromises. No to temporary comfort. No to relationships that feel exciting but lack direction. Every no strengthens his yes. Every boundary sharpens his vision. Every refusal protects his future. And this man begins to carry peace differently. Not the peace of ease, but the peace of Ali. Even when life is heavy, he is steady. Even when progress is slow, he is grounded. He is not constantly anxious about the next chapter because he is fully present in this one. And he understands that love is not something you fall into, it is something you grow into. And growth cannot be rushed. He refuses to enter something sacred with a careless heart. He respects commitment too much to treat it casually. And while others are entangled in emotional cycles, he is free. Free to think clearly, free to plan wisely, free to become fully himself. This freedom is not isolation, it is preparation. It is the space required for strength to mature. And he starts seeing himself as a steward of future responsibility. He knows that one day his words will shape a home, his decisions will affect lives, his character will be tested daily. This awareness humbles him. It pushes him to become reliable, consistent, trustworthy, and there is a gentleness forming alongside his strength. He learns empathy without losing authority. He learns kindness without surrendering standards. He understands that real leadership is not dominance, it is service rooted in discipline. And in quiet moments, he imagines a future not based on fantasy, but on stability. A future where love is not chaotic, but safe. Where partnership is not draining, but empowering. Where commitment is not fear-driven, but purpose-led. This vision keeps him steady when temptation tries to rush him. And he does not hate relationships, he honors them. That is why he waits. He does not avoid connection, he protects it, because he knows that broken foundations collapse under pressure. He is building something that can endure storms. There are days when the journey feels long, when progress feels invisible, when patience feels heavy. In those moments, he remembers that roots grow in darkness, that strength is formed out of sight, that the most important work often happens when no one is clapping. And he stops measuring life by milestones and starts measuring it by maturity. He asks himself if he is wiser than last year, calmer than last season, stronger than yesterday. These become his true metrics. And a man walking alone with purpose becomes unshakable. He is not easily offended. He is not easily distracted. He is not easily discouraged. His sense of worth is internal, not outsourced. This makes him stable in a world addicted to instability. And he understands that love will one day demand everything he is becoming now. his patience, his discipline, his emotional intelligence, his integrity. So he does not resent this season, he respects it. And he continues forward without bitterness, without envy, without desperation, carrying hope quietly, building strength daily, refining such character constantly, becoming a man who will not need to be saved by love, but will know how to protect it, honor it, and lead within it.